Hi, my name is Amritanshu Agrawal and my Unity ID is AAGRAWA8. Today I'm going to talk about how to build checkbox.io application and how to run it. This project is completed by myself, Shrenuj, Jeevan and Sumit. So first of all, you will need a server so that checkbox.io can run. For that, we used Amazon AWS. To get started on Amazon AWS, you will need to sign up with AWS and create an access and secret token on AWS. After that, just follow these instructions which are written in readme file. Once you have followed it, now go to your checkbox directory inside this repository and run server underscore provision.sh. This will create an IP and VM address and give you that IP address. After that, change directly to Ansible and then run Ansible playbook.yml and -i inventory. While performing this application, running this application, we faced numerous issues which are mentioned in this file. You can take a look, and I'm sure after these instructions you won't face any problem while running this checkbox.io application. Now let's take a look at the demo. For that, you will need to provision a AWS server. I'm running a server provision.sh. This will create a server. If node npm and ansible is not installed on your repository, this shell file will install those packages and run it. This is specific for Mac OS, but all these scripts and instruction will run properly. You will just need to change the particular package manager with your own OS package manager, and once it's done, you will be easily running that. If you see, we have got IP address. Now let's take a look whether it's available, it has spawned or not. So this particular VM is running, server is running now. Now let's run the Ansible script. Now Ansible playbook is running. It will first check for its status, whether it's properly running or not. After that, it will add Java 8 key. Since by default Ubuntu server doesn't have a Java 8, we will need to provide another Java 8 repository. Once it's done, it's now installing MongoDB server, Java, Git, Maven, Node.js, npm, and nginx packages. This is a time-consuming step. It will take some time to run this. In the meanwhile, if you look at it's still in initializing. In the meanwhile, let's set up other steps. Right now, if you see, this particular won't run. It will say it can't be retrievable. Once it's running, you will see a checkbox.io application being rendered on the web browser. On the other hand, you can also log into your server by using this command, and you are on now AWS server. These packages are needed to run checkbox.io application since these are dependent packages. Node.js and npm is needed for checkbox.io. MongoDB server is needed to run this checkbox.io application so that they can interact among each other, and Java is needed for MongoDB server and Node.js npm. Once this is done, you will see other sets of instructions running. In the meanwhile, if you go to AWS server, you will see that it's still initializing, and after that it will have 2 out of 2 checks. That means it's now at the stable state and it's running nicely. Checkbox.io application is used to create survey, and the surveys are getting stored in MongoDB server, and all the participants who are downloading those, installing these things, it will stored in MongoDB server again. So if you see, these packages have been installed. Now checkbox.io directory is being created and updated code is being copied to it. You will need a few of the configurations and service files to run it, like MongoDB conf and MongoDB service. Let's look at those files. So these are the MongoDB service file which is needed for the MongoDB server to run in background and do not exit, and this is the configuration file which is needed. Once you have this thing, then you will need to create a MongoDB data directory. After that, you will need to install npm packages in the checkbox.io application for it to successfully run. Once MongoDB is started, these are the few lines which need to be modified once the server and everything has started, since these represent the IP addresses which are needed inside the code. After that, you will be running node server.js. Remember that this was not working before. Now if we run, you will see that it's running properly. Now let's look at the MongoDB server. Now I'm at AWS server. Now let's run Mongo interactive shell. If you see, there would be only one database which is being installed automatically by the MongoDB application. Now let's try creating a survey to it. Now this survey will be created. These fields are necessary to add, so these are the instructions which is being added. Now this survey is created. You will have a public link, admin link, participant count, and participant goal. Now let's look at the show dbs file. Now you will have one more database called site. Now use that site database and show collections to see what are the, so there's studies which is being created. Now look at, so this is the survey which is, this is the collection which is stored. Now we can even ask participant to enter the survey. So this is the shareable link which you can share it amongst users. Now you can add, create, you can ask participant to enter all these instructions. Your survey has been submitted. Now if you go back and look at the collections in this similar database, you will see that there is a votes being created. Now you can look at the votes collection. So you will see the answers marked by the participant. You can even download, if you refresh this page, you will see that participant answer count will be changed to 1. You can even download data in JSON format, and you will be seeing a JSON file. I hope you don't have any doubt in this application while it's running properly. Thank you so much.